When it comes to challenges in the workplace, understand professionals help you solve problems. And by professionals, I'm talking about people who are outside of your organization, who may be able to quickly help you solve your problem, and yet you may be reluctant to use them. I understand this challenge. We're going to talk about it today, and hopefully you'll feel a little better the next time you got to bring in someone from the outside to help you with a problem in your organization. You may be thinking, hey, who is this guy? My name's Ken Okel. I'm a professional speaker, and I talk to audiences about ways you can improve your performance on the job. I give insider knowledge from my time spent in broadcast news, hurricane relief, and professional ballet. Now, whoa, I know, unusual combination, but in each and every field, I had to perform at a high level every day under pressure. First tip, really understand your strengths. Where are your skills at your best when it comes to addressing some sort of problem? So there is something in your organization that needs to be fixed, and you're thinking, do I do it myself, or do I bring in someone who pretty much just solves that problem as their profession? Think of it like this. When you know your skills, you kind of understand your limits and how much time you should be spending on certain things. I can do some basic plumbing stuff. I might be able to change a faucet, little jobs. Beyond that, I need to bring in a professional, a plumber who understands things much better than me, also who can do the work faster than me. Because if I make a mistake, if I go beyond my knowledge, there's a good chance that I'm going to make a mistake and it could get very wet. Along those lines, you really need to trust the professional. They are really good at what they do. You got to pretty much let them do their job. I understand this can be challenging because you may like to have a lot of control over every process, but if you're not the expert, maybe you should be in more of a spectator type view. For example, let's say I need to go to the eye doctor, my vision, it's not quite what it was. A good question I might want to ask would be contacts or glasses, which would fix my problem? I don't want to be questioning, well, gee, does that machine work that well? Or tell me about how you got your degree. Really, at a certain point, if someone's a professional, if they appear to be successful, everything else checks out, let them do their job. You can still ask some of those basic questions, but don't be standing over their shoulder every step of the way, wanting to control the process. This will likely undermine what you're trying to do by bringing someone in from the outside to help you solve the problem. You got to be willing to accept help. And for a lot of us, this is a challenge. We are a little territorial about things. We like to control things. But you got to understand you're bringing in someone who is really good at what they do, and it's something that you need. There's nothing wrong with asking for help. It is not a sign of weakness. Actually, it's often a sign of strength, because ultimately, by bringing in someone who's really good at what they do, who can help you with your problem, you're probably going to save time and you're going to save money. And yet, I understand sometimes you may feel reluctant. It seems like bringing in someone from the outside to help you with your problem, well, do we really need to pay it? Maybe we shouldn't bother. Maybe the problem will solve itself. Here's my suggestion. Think about the problem that you have in this moment, and then think about how you will feel if it's solved, if it's taken care of. Probably it'll be a certain sense of relief. You don't have to deal with it anymore. Often what can happen is when we feel like, oh, I've got to solve the problem on my own, it's a sign of weakness to bring in someone from the outside. Nothing happens. It's a form of procrastination. Instead, just think about, I'm going to get someone in here. They're going to know what they're doing. They're going to solve the problem. I'm not going to have to sweat the details, and yet I will be able to enjoy the solution. Get over that reluctance that says, oh, we can't have outside help with a problem, or we'll get to it one day, or maybe it'll solve itself. Trust me, it won't. Sometimes you got to say, these are my skills. This is what I'm good at. This is what I need to be spending time on. It makes sense for me to pay someone from the outside, come in here, use their expertise, and everything will be that much better. Give it a try. For more about me, go to my website, kenokel.com. Well, there you can check out some of my speaking presentations. You can listen to my podcast, The 2-Minute Takeaway, and you can read some of my recent articles. I'm Ken Okel. Take care.